It's the very first time any of us are seeing what the jury saw, especially during the track meet stabbing that killed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf last year. So let's start with this. Here's surveillance video from Kuykendall Stadium. It was enhanced by investigators, so this is what they showed for the jury in the trial. Take a look, upper left of the screen, you see the tent right there. A commotion's breaking out under the tent, and then a person, highlighted now, is going to pop out from behind it and then starts to run away down the stairs and down the way. That person in the spotlight running away was Carmelo Anthony, right after stabbing Austin Metcalf. A short while later, an officer detained Anthony, who then cried while explaining what he says happened.
All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
Frisco police officers questioned Anthony, then quickly arrested him after initially detaining him. While he sat in a Frisco police vehicle, Anthony asked about Metcalf.
Hold on one second.
Is he going to be okay?
I don't know yet, man. Carmelo, C-A-R-A.
Other evidence shown during the trial, you see it right there, the 5-inch knife that prosecutors say was used by Anthony in the stabbing. The 19-year-old, as we know now, was convicted of murder just 10 days ago, sentenced to 35 years in prison. His legal team is appealing his conviction.
My estimation of what I just watched, and it's grainy, it's not clear, man. All these people that said Carmelo Anthony got jumped, you could see he didn't. He might have been getting ganged up on. The other guys might have been saying things like, yeah, get out of here or whatever. But that doesn't, look, that's not going to hold a ground in court, man. It's not going to hold any merit in court to stab someone. Okay, it just doesn't. Unfortunately, you can't be getting told, getting ganged up on and just want to, pull out a knife. That ain't good. Can't do that shit, right? So it seems like that's what the debate is. This appeal process, I've told people I've been locked up over half my life, man. I've been locked up over half my life, man. I've been locked up over half my life, man.
Hold on, let's just remind people. Daniel, how much time did you do?
31.
31. I did 24.
I did 19. I did 19. It's not a very easy thing to get. You could appeal. Anyone has the right to appeal, but to get granted an appeal, that almost always never happens unless they could prove certain things were bad in court. They're trying to say ineffective counsel, meaning that his lawyer didn't give him proper due process. There's a lot of people running around saying the judge now resigned or retired because of this case. The judge, if you remember, was going to retire after this case. This was his last case anyways, right? So it wasn't like he immediately retired. Like, people keep making up these stories, and that's why the title of this is The Meltdown Has Begun, because people are literally melting down. They're literally changing their stories because that video shows two things. It shows, yes, Carmelo Anthony was involved in an altercation where Austin Metcalf lost his life. And two, he was not jumped. He was not jumped. Now, if you go to the very ending, there's another video. I don't have that on here, but there's another video where they're arresting Carmelo, and Carmelo Anthony says, he touched me. He touched me. He touched me. I told him not to put his hands on me. He's crying, and people are making fun of it. But he put his hands on him. He doesn't say they put their hands on me. He put his hands on me, right? Meaning singular, not plural. If he would have said they jumped me, they put their hands on me, man, I did what I had to do, then people would have understood. But he said he, meaning Austin Metcalf, and so he felt he had to do what he had to do. Look, he's a young kid, man. There's people on both sides. Some people saying he was a little bad kid at school. Some people saying he was a good kid. Whatever you choose to believe, you choose to believe. One thing is he's not a free kid. He's a man locked up, incarcerated. And we're going to get to other videos about what's going on in his incarceration because I got some news for you guys on that front, right? But as far as breaking down this video, you can see that Carmelo, man, did that. Okay, he stabbed Austin Metcalf. That's for sure. And people that are trying to say, well, he was defending himself and he was this and he was that. Look, man, you could have got up and easily took flight on everyone. You didn't have to bring a knife to a fist fight. This is becoming a redundant and over fucking blown story. Look, I understand the black community feels that they're going to back up Carmelo no matter what. I mean, even if you've seen at this point, even if you see Carmelo with a knife looking like fucking Michael Myers over him, plunging it into him, the black community is still going to back him up, right? Not all the whole community, But those that are going to back him up are going to back him up no matter what. It's like you being in a gang and saying, man, I'm backing my homeboy, no, right or wrong. I don't give a fuck if he was in the wrong. We'll talk about that later, but I got him, right? That's how they feel. They feel because he's a young black man and everything is stacked against him. But nothing was stacked against him. He was under that same tent with them same white kids, with them same other black kids, just like everyone else. What made him different? Mouth. That's what usually makes people different. Arrogance, mouth, and I ain't going nowhere is what usually makes people different. Now, what I think, like I said, is that dude Eddie is involved heavily, man. I believe he called Hunter maybe to calm Hunter down, like, hey, Hunter, you know what I mean? We and Austin, hey guys, we got Carmelo over here. He's the homie's cool, man. Oh no, he can't be there. And they came over and they got to fucking talking, and then they checked him or tried to check him, and he got stabbed. That's what I believe. Anyways, let me know what you think, man. People are melting down. Oh no, they're switching up their stance. They're changing stories. Oh, but look at this and look at that. Look, the facts are, man, one kid is dead, one kid is incarcerated, and it's unfortunate for both families and for everybody. But to be disrespecting other, people based on their ethnicity or based on the color of their skin, to keep it going, to saying, oh, these guys were bullying him. He was scared. Look, I don't give a fuck how scared he was, and if they were bullying him. You can't pull out a fucking knife, period. With that being said, let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. This video is sponsored by Vado Liquors in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the Turlock area, pull up to the Vado. It'll get you something cold to drink. Also by Sticks and Stones Yard Service in Tucson, Arizona. If you live in the Tucson area and you need an estimate on yard work, make sure you Google Sticks and Stones Yard Service. Again, I'll say this, man. My prayers go out to everybody involved. This case is an ugly situation. Why? Because ugly people make it ugly. That's what's up.
Hello everyone, this is Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, coming at you once again. A little bit of a message, a little bit of knowledge, hoping everyone's having a fantastic day. I ran into this video put out by Skittles. I had to make a comment because, not so much because I've been keeping up on the whole Carmelo thing. Even though I did catch up, I think I'm caught up now. After, not because I watched Skittles' video, but because I did a little bit of research. But I think that it's crazy how Skittles comes out here angry. He's angry that people are thinking about Carmelo's appeal, about this video that was released, which does show that he was approached by 6 other kids. He could have felt intimidated. He could have felt that they were going to jump him. That changes the scenario. I mean, it is a plausible situation in which his appeal might work. But why are you so against it, fucking Skittles? It's because you always want to push that fucking MAGA agenda. You come out here talking about, oh, you want the betterment of people, but you want to see this kid locked up for life. What about you, fool? You and fucking Rata should both be locked up. If that was the case, I mean, by your logic, you guys shouldn't be out on the street. Let the man do what he's got to do. I mean, he's still a kid. If he can find a way out, let him find his way out, Shit. What's it matter to you? Why are you so upset? But see, you're pushing that division, man, talking about African Americans. If they saw him standing over them like Michael Myers bloodied out, God, you got a weird, way out imagination. You're trying to sell that MAGA vision of the world, of the country. There's this divide and conquer thing going on. But we already see what side you're on, fool. You're on the side of the law enforcement, the authorities, the powers that be. You're not on the side of raza. You're not on the side of minorities. You're still pushing them agendas, fool. Because you really aren't about it. You really don't care. As long as you're fed, as long as you get your little government check in the mail, and you continue scamming people online, it's all good, fool. That's what I see. But anyways, I wanted to make sure that I told you guys what I felt about this. You shouldn't even be talking about it, Skittles. And if you do, you shouldn't be giving out your opinion or trying to press your opinion as though it's facts. It's just an opinion. It's an uneducated opinion. It's a racist, bigoted opinion. But you already know that. You want to disguise it as though it's neutral commentary. But just by the thumbnail alone, you can see where you get your news from. You're a straight Fox pundit. You're like doing their job for them. You're coming on your channel just repeating their garbage, bro. You ain't for Raza, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why your Raza car got pulled a long time ago. You're for the establishment. You're for, fake laws and fake government and fake justice. That's what you're for. As long as things go your way, you don't care how it goes for other people. You're going to keep pressing that racist agenda against black people. Even though you try to disguise it, we can see it, fool. You're a racist. You're dumb, you're racist, and you're a scammer. Man, I don't know about all that people loving you more than your cousin, bro. I think that if people were to meet both of you, they would know who the real man is. It's definitely not you. Having said that, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Don't let these fools swindle you, gaslight you, or trick you. Above all else, stay informed, stay blessed, stay dangerous, and until next time, peace.